And it's with a great deal of embarrassment and chagrin that I announce a little bit about Esther Phahla, because when she came up with the idea and publicized that District 12 was going to be President's Distinguished, I have to admit, I said, oh, okay, another district governor coming in saying all these wonderful things you're going to accomplish. We will do our best to help her out, but let's get real. You know, that's not really going to happen. But she proved that it could be done. Esther Phahla has been a member of Toastmasters for over 10 years. She has served in several leadership positions, including the first District 12 Director and Pathways Ambassador. In 2016, she led her team of District 12 Toastmasters to President's Distinguished for the first time in 20 years. Following the theme of going for the gold, imagine the possibilities, she has founded several Toastmaster clubs and mentored many members in Toastmasters District 12. She's a business owner where she utilizes her skills as a certified public accountant and certified tax strategist, helping small business owners design an optimal tax strategy to help them to keep more of what they've earned, because it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. We can all agree with that, I think. Working in a deadline-driven field was a key to understanding the district timeline and meeting each district deadline ahead of schedule by breaking down tasks into 12-week increments to avoid becoming overwhelmed. She has been awarded numerous awards in Toastmasters, including Area Governor of the Year, runner-up, Division Governor of the Year, the Lydia Boyd Excellence Team, Excellence in Marketing, Spirit Award, Milestone Award, the Penny Cole Achievement Award for her service both in Toastmasters and the community and all her leadership service. She has completed the term as a President's Distinguished Area Governor, Director, Division Governor of the Year, and District Director. On top of all that, one of those people that you can have it all, right? She is a wife, a mother, and enjoys traveling with her family and quiet time on the couch with a book. I don't know how you squeeze in reading a book on top of all that. How did this introvert navigate this outstanding district director role? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please join me in welcoming past district director, distinguished Toastmaster, Esther Phahla.
Going for the gold, imagine the possibilities. The year was 2015-2016. Were you there? Let's travel back to 6 years ago. Has it been that long? The announcement came from Toastmasters International that the district leader titles were going to change from governor to director to reflect the responsibilities and create a parallel between district leadership and the corporate world. That meant I was set to be the first district director. We all know that nobody walks into a Toastmasters club saying, I want to become a district director. You heard all those speakers before you. Having been a member, area director, division director, I drank the Toastmasters Kool-Aid. And as I continued to sip it, it tasted better and better, because now it was no longer about me. That's servant leadership when you step up to another role. First, what are the requirements of becoming this district director? Of course, you must have served 6 months, at least 6 months as a club president, and 12 months as a program quality director or club growth director or division director. I served them all. You would have thought, that's enough, Esther. But I kept going. Now that you know the requirements, what does this role entail? And I want you to listen carefully. You are the district's chief executive officer. You are responsible for directly administering the day-to-day operations of the district. Finances, human resources. You are the only officer authorized to sign off on all contracts. doesn't this sound like a business? I thought I was going to run a not-for-profit and just cruise. I'm a volunteer. Fortunately, you have a team, that's Toastmasters saying this, of district leaders to help you fulfill these responsibilities. What a relief that was, knowing that I am not alone. Our team was made up of 5 division directors, 26 area directors, 7 officers, club officers, including you, the member. You, Marjorie, whether you came in as a PYT or a POT, you were part of this team. Toastmasters go on to say you must empower those district leaders in their goals as well. They're not just there to serve, but as a district director, I have that responsibility. Then you ask, what's the purpose of the district if we have clubs? We all know that members do not join the district, they join the club. The purpose of the district is to enhance the quality and performance and extend the network of member clubs of Toastmasters International within the district boundaries. Our boundaries are Riverside County and San Bernardino County. We stretch all the way to Barstow, Victorville, and all the way right here in my hometown, Temecula. And how do you do that? You do that by focusing on the critical success factors. What are those critical success factors, you may ask? Number 1, paid clubs. Our paid clubs include building new clubs and retaining the ones that we already have. Membership payments, as you, the member, renew your commitment to Toastmasters and continue to invest in yourself, bringing in new members to your clubs and distinguished clubs. That's your report card, belonging to a club that is successful. Melinda Muganzo articulated this very well. And all of this is summarized beautifully in our district mission. We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. And we do it within the Toastmasters core values, of course. We all know them: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. After you are elected, you're encouraged to come up with a theme and give a speech to set the tone for the district. Our theme was going for the gold. Imagine the possibilities. What was I thinking? I grew up in South Africa in the province called Gauteng, and that means the place of gold. During my district leadership, my daughter was involved in gymnastics. And all I had was, you must train like you are in the Olympics. You must train like you're going to win that gold. And I saw them stretch themselves, tumble on those platforms, and I would be scared. But they were comfortable and confident. After I presented my speech, after I was installed, I had people digging for their gold to find this pin. It was hiding in the centerpieces. After they got their pins, we all drove home. An aha moment kicked in. I was now alone. I have set a hefty goal, like Tom said. President's Distinguished District 12. I announced it. It was out there. Was I scared? Of course. Did you know? No. It was all within me, and I took it home with me. Only my husband knew how scared I was because he was my sounding board. But I did it scared. We set those hefty goals. How do we do this? Number 1, we focus on our human resources. That's the number 1 thing that they tell you as a district director. Our people, you, the member. You are at the top of the pyramid. Once we said that, with our members forming the clubs, then we knew that we needed to come up with a plan. Again, Melinda mentioned it. Toastmasters requires that every district have a district success plan. You will not even be recognized without it. And at the club level, we ask our clubs to have a club success plan. But throughout my area directorship and division directorship, nobody asked me to complete one for myself. Therefore, that became the number 1 requirement for my year. All division directors submitted it, all area directors. Without a plan, you plan to fail. Benjamin Franklin said it best. And that's leading by example. How are the area directors going to ask to see the club success plan when they don't have one themselves? You need to ask of others what you can fulfill yourself. Number 2, incentives. We love incentives. Incentives are not meant to buy you, the member, or the clubs. It's giving back. When you give, you get. When you deposit, you know that you can withdraw something from that deposit box. Our clubs were putting together open houses. They were spending money on flyers. Therefore, as a district, that's us meeting them halfway to say, you've used up your petty cash. Here, we can buy you ribbons. You can win some timing lights, whatever it is that the district provided. Each quarter, every area director had specific goals. They had to fulfill quarterly goals. We knew that we wanted President's Distinguished, but each one of them was given quarterly goals. They didn't focus on too many things, a few items per quarter. What I did as a first order of business, I bought every division director the book, The 12-Week Year. I bought the program quality director and the club goal director. I wanted them to understand Oprah gives out her favorite things. So why shouldn't I give my favorite thing? This was one of my favorite things. I gave away this book to understand that this book has helped me. I achieved more in 12 weeks versus 12 months, waiting for a year to come by. And as I looked at the district leadership handbook, I had an aha moment again. This is an exact replica of the districts of the 12-week year. Toastmasters has already put this together for us. We just needed to execute. I wrote cards to all the club officers, encouraging them, especially the club presidents that were coming on board. I told them, I am with you. You are in the same position as I am at the district level. When you are enthusiastic, when you lead your members with grace and humility, they will come through for you. Boy, did those presidents deliver. I surrounded myself with people that made me look good. I had to delegate. I can't do this alone. The division directors were accountable. I wanted them to learn the dashboard. What you don't measure, you cannot achieve. I wanted them to know it in their sleep. Every month we met, we dissected the dashboard. What's going on here? What's going on here? And that's the same thing that my regional advisor did with me. And therefore, I had to do that with my team. Fourth, yes, we heard about recognition. I hear it's from Greg Scott, but several people have said it. Recognition equals motivation. The more you give, the more you get. The more you recognize this person, the more they ask what's next. I had good people on my side, the Tom Jamesons of this world. He followed up on distinguished clubs as we approached the end. Several people on this panel were on that team. Anna Napoli, Ross Carter, they were Area Director of the Year and Area Director of the Year runner-up respectively. Marjorie Benesh was my treasurer. I never had to worry about figuring out where the bills are paid. I just had to sign on the dotted line and just make sure that, okay, Marjorie, who's this check made to? Alfred Hetzing was the first guest to come and mentor me about new club building. And that's how Anna got the idea of saying, oh, I think I have an idea at University of Laverne. Sandy Amalino was our new club extension chair. The last 2 years, Melissa was not on my team, but the last 2 years I worked with Melissa as a new club mentor chair. How to keep these clubs motivated, bringing in a new club into Toastmasters. How do you assign all of that? Angie Ned and David Carpenter, my right hand and left hand. I could not have done this without them. Sherelle Griffith was our sergeant at arms. I knew that the district property was safe, no worries about that. Heather Munoz and Sharon Kenty, they were good with their roles. They even continued those same roles the following year. It means I was not that bad after all. Since we knew that we were going to lose some clubs, we had to double up and build those new clubs. And one of the goals was one new club per area. That was for area directors, but for division directors, we had 1 new club per division per quarter. That means 20 clubs. June 30th came by. As I wrap up, Toastmasters had not recorded all of our goals. I finished the year, wrapped it up, and I thought, I will write a note, put it on Facebook, take it to the members and thank them. But we knew that we're President's Distinguished District. People were calling back and forth. When will we know, Esther? When will we know? Right there, I knew that I've achieved the goal. If members were so excited about this, it was not about me. It was about District 12. I wanted to leave a legacy. I wanted our members on that stage. We woke up July 1st, like a habit, when you're a district director, you leave the dashboard. I woke up July 1st, I was already an immediate past. But I went on the dashboard and lo and behold, this is what I found. A President's Distinguished District 12. I ran around my home. I didn't know whether to cry or whether to dance. I called Angie. That's my right-hand girl. I just called her, hey, we are President's Distinguished. She was on her way to go and do her meeting as a district director. But I told her we have to meet. After she was done meeting with her team, new team, we celebrated with her and David. Fellow Toastmasters, quickly, how did this translate to me? Interviewing area directors, that's human resources skill. That's hiring, that's recruiting. As a business owner, I now serve on several boards. I now know parliamentary procedure because of Toastmasters. I don't let them speak, I just let them, you've heard your turn. You need to let it run. You teach people these things because of Toastmasters. Finance, budgeting, you learn that in Toastmasters. From new club building, you learn sales, marketing, advertising, negotiation. I am still going for the goal. Being able to have a vision and achieve it. We had challenges, of course. It was a roller coaster of possibilities, but you reprimand in private and praise in public. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. And that shaped my leadership to become a better business person today. Having achieved all of this, that was huge for District 12. As the first district director, when I saw our members walking on stage in Washington, DC, my heart was full. And that, I know that we did it. I didn't do it. We did it. And this is Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Esther. Boy, that is the key, that we did it. If we pull it all together, it's the way to inspire people.